everybody? How's it going out there today? Hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks for tuning in for Trucker News. Hashtag Trucker News. So let's get with it. Let's talk about what's going on in the trucking industry right now. But first, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give me the like, and hey, ring the bell and whatnot. Touch me down there, as I like to say. Right down there, touch me. Also, check out that description. Lots of things for truckers down there, saving you money and time, just making it easier for you. More money equals more profits. So let's get into this news today. We got some real good ones. We're going to start off with a story. Teamsters, most of them drivers on strike at 2 Cisco facilities in the Northeast. Come on with it. Tight inventory pushes diesel past crude. Gasoline, OPEC Plus cuts secondaries. Ooh, so here we go again with diesel prices. Uber Freight economists say contract rates edging into negative territory. Ooh, getting it from both sides these days, aren't we? Class 8 truck orders set monthly records in September. We'll figure out why the hell that's going on. Minority and independent truckers challenge hair testing for drug test. Oh, I've got opinions on that. California Border Patrol finds 233 pounds of methamphetamine in a semi-trailer. Just a couple 233 pounds. What of it? It's for personal use, right? And a group of migrants discovered beneath a false floor in a trailer. So back when I was a trucker going down to Laredo all the time, the false front was huge. In the front of the trailer, you build a false front, rough up some plywood, make it look like it's real, and then, hide some people behind it. Nowadays, they're hiding them in the floor, and it's rough. We'll talk about it. Let's get to this Teamster story. Roll the intro. I don't have an intro. We'll skip that today. We're going straight to the news because we got things to do. Teamster says most of them drivers on strike at them 2 Cisco facilities. Agreement reached but not ratified in Syracuse. More than 300 workers out near Boston. Okay, let's see what the real deal is here. Teamster union members at 2 distribution centers operated by giant food distributor Cisco are on strike, and negotiations have deteriorated significantly in the past days. The Teamsters late Wednesday released a statement that said negotiations for both groups of workers broke down and the strikes are continuing. A strike by Teamster members against Cisco Distribution Center in Syracuse, New York, is entering its second week, and in Plimpton, Massachusetts, outside of Boston, Teamsters from Local 653 walked off the job after their contract expired on September 30th. Damn, so they've been out of it for a couple weeks too. The Teamsters put the split at more than 230 workers striking in Syracuse and more than 300 near Boston. Shannon Mutchler, a Cisco spokeswoman, said in an email to the Boston area Teamsters are drivers, while the Syracuse Teamsters represent drivers and warehouse workers. The strike led Cisco on Thursday morning to release its first statement on the walkout, and it did not suggest optimism that a resolution was near. There you go. I used to work for Cisco in Minnesota, and I believe the warehouse was Teamsters also. Truckers and warehouse were Teamsters. Saying the company had reached an impasse with 2 local branches. Cisco accused the union leadership of having effectively rejected the company's offer and denied their members the right to vote on the proposed offer. Yeah, sometimes unions get in their own way, but sometimes you need them. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral on unions. I've been in some good ones, and I've been in some that were just useless, money grubbers. Just ruining places. But I've been in, some places need them. It just depends. The Cisco statement also spelled out some of the issues with the disputes in Boston. The failure to reach a deal is because the local branch demanded Cisco Boston associates participate in critical unfunded union-sponsored pension plan, a move that Cisco Boston believes is not good for its associates. The union said it favored a 401k plan with a Cisco match. Okay. Cisco Boston associates already participated in a strong company-sponsored 401k retirement plan that allows them to choose from many investment options and includes guaranteed annual contributions and match, the company said. The Syracuse said it offered wage increases of 9% in 1 year, 24% wage increases over the life of the proposed 3-year contract for warehouse workers. It would be 8% and 22%. Okay. So pretty good wage increase there. The Teamsters' late Wednesday statement said talks that day lasted more than 6 hours without a resolution. Local 317 in Syracuse walked off the job on September 28th. So there you go. Hopefully that's not affecting your freight. If you deliver to one of those places, let me know down in the comments how it's going for inbound freight over there. That could be rough. FreightWave says tight inventories push diesel past crude, gasoline, and OPEC Plus going to cut secondaries. Days cover for distillates, a key number, is below 30 for the first time in weeks. Diesel fuel prices roared ahead Wednesday, reacting more to yet another report of tight inventories that the news of a big cut in OPEC Plus allocations that should translate into crude output reductions of an unknown size. Ultra-low sulfur diesel prices on the CME commodity exchange climbed 15 cents a gallon at the settlement, and increased of 4.27% to $3.69 a gallon. It's the third day in a row increase on either side of 15 cents, with prices rising 14.75 cents a gallon Monday and 16 cents a gallon Tuesday. Damn it. Yeah, it was just going up all week this week. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It was like anytime I was anywhere near some cheap fuel, I bought it because, if OPEC says they're cutting, it sends a ripple through the market, and then we already got low inventories. So what are we to do? Those 3 days of higher prices marked a 14.4% increase since a settlement of $3.22 a gallon Friday. Yeah, for November contracts. So diesel was up 14% this week alone. It's unreal. The 4.27% increase Wednesday was far above the 1.24% rise in the price of West Texas Intermediate crude, the U.S. benchmark, and a decline of 1.45% of RBOB gasoline, and unfinished blend stock that serves as a proxy for gasoline trading. So there you go. Diesel's on the way up. Nothing we can do about it. It just is what it is. And, get a fuel efficient operation. I've been preaching that for ever since I've been trucking. It just is what it is. I lived through 08 and 09, and, we dealt with some crazy diesel prices back then. Uber Freight economist, contract rates edging into negative territory. Capacity will continue to increase as truck OEM production recovers. There we go. They're saying across Uber Freight's network, truckload contract rates are well past their peak and now headed into negative territory compared to last year. Officials from the firm told FreightWaves on Tuesday. Uber Freight senior economist Maz Danif and Transplace Senior Vice President for Procurement and Engineering Ben Cubitt. Guy, can you imagine putting that title on a business card? You'd need a postcard. Transplace Senior Vice President of Procurement and Engineering. Whew, what a title. I just say, I'm that dude. Ben says, recounted how U.S. truckload market quickly shifted at the beginning of 2022 as rates fell fast as they had risen in 2020. In terms of rates, we saw unprecedented increase in 2020, which remained elevated in 2021 across all spot rates, Danif said. Then rates collapsed in 2022, which mirrored and paralleled the increase in 2020. It was the most rapid increase in history, and then 2022, the most rapid decrease. Rates are going down 30 cents per month for 2 months in a row since May, June. Spot market rates have been stabilizing at some levels and continuing slightly decreasing trends. However, what I'd like to bring up is that rates are stabilizing and still going against seasonality. We should expect rates to increase, but we're seeing a slight decrease. Yes, that's one of the alarming things for me right now. We're in the fall, and this time of year, we should be moving a lot of food for the holidays. We should be moving a lot of just trinkets and bull crap that people are going to buy. And, it's already moving. It's already moving, or it's not going to move. It's just not going to happen. So, I say get out there and spend some money for Christmas, guys. Let's recover this economy and be good Americans and spend all our money. According to the Uber Freight Network data shared by the company, spot rates for dry van had fallen 20% below contract by August 2022, and reefer spot rates were down 17% below contract rates. Those trends imply continuing downward pressure on contract rates. Yeah. So what that basically means is if spot market's down 20% in a month, people are going to start trying to get to contract freight. The problem is, probably should have been doing that before the rates dropped 20%. Now, and I'm just bringing you the news and telling you how things are. I'm not here to give you solutions for your problems, because honestly, if you're in it at this point and you're running all spot market, God bless, but try to get some brokers that work with you and are nice to you, because you're going to need all the help you can get in the coming months. I mean, this is supposed to be the busy season, and rates are dropping at, in August 20 cents, or 20% in August alone. We're still going down, and this is the hot time of year. Now that makes you wonder, like, what's going to happen, like, after Thanksgiving? Things tend to kind of start easing off, and then, like, especially after the new year, where are we going to be at in January? It's kind of alarming, if you ask me. FreightWave's Sonar truckload data revealed similar spreads in the market. One index displays the national average spread in dollar per mile between national truckload index spot market rates with fuel surcharge starting at $2 a gallon, and Sonar's contract rates. From January to May of 2022, the spread fell 50 cents to minus 50 cents per mile and stabilizing, implying that the spot rates are now 22% below contract rates. And as they're saying here, that's going to weigh on contract rates, because when more people are trying to get out of the spot market onto contract freight, well, the shippers know this, and they say, well, hey, 2 years ago, we couldn't get a truck to come get this contract freight for nothing, and now we got 10 trucks trying to come get one load. So they're going to lower that price a little bit. That's what they're saying. We see a lot of freight. We finish 15 to 20 bids each week, Cubitt said. More carriers are accepting their freight and are more bids per lane. The number of carriers bidding is high, and the shippers are saving money. Carriers are clearly looking for freight and have some holes in their networks. A carrier CEO told me that it's very erratic market. Yes. So there you go, guys. Not good news. Sorry, I'm just the messenger. Class 8 truck orders set monthly records in September. How is that possible? Freight markets and trucks are getting sold. Let's talk about it for a minute. There's explanations. Months of accepting only a trickle of heavy orders turned into a torrent in September as Class 8 truck manufacturers fully opened order books, resulting in a preliminary net order record of 53,700 units. September 8 orders were seasonal, no matter how you slice the data, says Eric Crawford, ACT Research Senior Analyst. The industry booked 249,000 Class 8 orders over the last 12 months. So there you go. September historically is when manufacturers begin building slots for the next calendar year. The biggest order numbers typically come in October and November, but nothing has been typical in manufacturing since the start of a pandemic in early 2020. Full production slowdowns nearly 2 months. 2020 gave way to recovery spike. Global shortages of semiconductors followed, leaving near finished trucks waiting microchips. Avoiding past mistakes, OEMs miscalculated their ability to produce trucks in the second half of 2021, leading to tens of thousands of canceled orders, many of which pushed into the 2022 model year, became 2023 model year trucks with a few strokes on a keyboard. It was an embarrassment. OEMs avoided this year by matching orders to production essentially one truck completed made room for one new order. Yeah. So they got way behind on orders is what they're saying. Companies, big companies with big contracts, they going to order new trucks no matter what. But we got in an area where they couldn't get new trucks, so now they're trying to catch up and order new trucks because a lot of these big carriers, they've took trucks to where they don't want to take them mileage wise and year wise. Most big carriers want to be out of a truck, 3 years, 300 to 400,000 miles. That's when they want to trade them in because they get the best value for them there. Well, what happened is there was no new trucks to trade in on, so they took these older trucks up to like 500, 700,000 miles in some cases, and now they're really wanting out of them. You can tell because look at how many new trucks they're ordering now. It's a numbers game to them. They've got all of it worked out. Next story, minority and independent truckers challenge hair testing for drug tests. Exemption request filed at FMCSA raised debate over testing proposal. What do you guys think about hair testing? I'm all for it. I think we need to get the drug users out of the industry. Like if you do what you do on your home time and you're good to go when you come back to trucking, I don't care. But this drives me crazy. Sitting at a shipper about 2 months ago and it smelled like a Bob Marley concert. Guy with his windows down, just obviously smoking weed. Just sitting there, blazing a blunt at a shipper. And I'm like, number one, it's a nice cool day. Have a little decency and turn your truck into a Cheech and Chong festival over there, for all I care. I'm not against drug use. I'm just saying, basically, I want this to weed some people out of the industry. Honestly, I'll just be honest about it. This is a way to get more people out. It's kind of like one of those wins for me. I don't care. It's just a win for me. I ain't gonna try to put it in any other way. The more people we can take out of trucking in any way, it's cool. Especially the non-legit, people that I have to compete against. Now, if you're legit, hey, come on in. Let's see. The industry will work itself out. People will leave. People will come in. A drug screening proposal that would raise the bar for thousands of truck drivers seeking work is getting strong pushback from independent and minority drivers. An exemption request filed by the Motor Carrier FMCSA on August 11th, major trucking companies would effectively require hair test results used by those companies to screen drivers for drug abuse to be reported to the FMCSA Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. Those results would then be available to any trucking company accessing the database for information on a driver applicant. So basically what they want is if you fail a hair test, they don't want it in the clearinghouse. You failed a drug test. Whether it was a pee test or a mouth swab, you failed. You knew the rules of trucking before you got into it. What's up with all these exemptions? An exemption for this, an exemption for that. Can I get an exemption? Can we get an exemption for guys in orange shirts? So if I wear an orange shirt, I don't have to run a logbook. I don't have to worry about scale houses. I want the orange shirt exemption. I get to do whatever I want exemption. That's what I'm going to call it. If you got an orange shirt on, and then I'll buy stock in companies that make orange shirts. We'll get a run on orange shirts. It's genius. It's a requirement that large carriers testing hair follicles for drugs as a matter of company compliance have been pushing for since Clearinghouse opened in 2020, but because the U.S. Department of Transportation has not yet recognized hair testing as an acceptable alternative to urinalysis, positive hair tests are prohibited from being reported to the Clearinghouse. The exemption is approved, however, such test results would be allowed into the database for the companies applying for the exemption, which would be J.B. Hunt, Schneider, and Knight Swift. The Trucking Alliance would represent the 11 carriers applying for the exemption that stated 61,000 drivers and 64,000 commercial trucks would be affected under the exemption. So they're saying, oh, well, don't do that because then we can't hire these drug users to drive our trucks, and we want to pay them as little as possible. So, just another thing. Go F yourself, J.B. Hunt, Schneider, and Knight Swift Transportation on this. I'm not against those companies in general, but on this particular thing, no. If someone fails a drug test, it should be reported. End of story. No exemptions. That's it. Next story. California Border Patrol finds 233 pounds of meth in a semi-trailer. Hey, what you do on a weekend's up to you. Okay, what we're doing ain't up to you. El Centro Sector Border Patrol seized hundreds of pounds of methamphetamine from a semi-truck passing through an immigration checkpoint last week. The drug seizure occurred after 2 a.m. on Friday, September 30th, the highway checkpoint near Salton City, California. Officers referred a white 2015 Freightliner for a secondary inspection. A K9 unit alerted the rear of the truck and trailer. When officers inspected the trailer, they found 3 black duffel bags concealed between cardboard bundles. They were hauling those big, like, scrap cardboard, bundles in there. I used to haul those all the time. I don't think I ever had any meth in there with them. But inside the duffel bag, Border Patrol agents found 110 separate vacuum-sealed packages that tested positive for methamphetamine. Border Patrol seized a total of 233.9 pounds. Oh, where's that other point of a pound? Where's that other tenth? That was 234 when they shipped it, dog. Methamphetamine was with an estimated street value of $514,000. $514,000. All right. So be careful hauling your meth through there. Apparently, is what they're trying to tell us with this story. That's what they're trying to tell us with this story. All right, now here's the it ain't a Cassius King news, trucker news without an immigrants in a trailer story, right? I mean, it's kind of becoming my theme. You got to have a meth story, and you got to have people trapped in a trailer or something story. This one is the craziest one of all, possibly. Group of migrants discovered beneath false floor in trailer. Check out this picture here. Oh, Lordy, what were they doing in there? It's a cattle hauler. They were in a bull hauler, and it looks like they made a false floor in it and then covered the floor in dirt or manure, to make it look official. It's a good shot. It says a group of migrants were discovered beneath a false floor in the back of a trailer in Tucson, Arizona over the weekend. Come on. Discovery was made on Saturday, October 1st in Tucson, Arizona around 1 a.m. According to Border Patrol agents, stopped a semi on Route 82 and inspected the truck and trailer. During the inspection, agents found 9 migrants below the false floor in the trailer with no other exit. Damn it, boy. So that's the only way in and out. As a result of the discovery, 4 people were arrested, including the semi-truck's driver and passenger, along with another driver and passenger from a Ford pickup truck that was at the scene. Oh, man, they got all of them. The truck driver is now facing smuggling charges. Man, you can't hide people. Floor. I'm just saying. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Trucker News. Smash all them buttons down there below the screen and have a great day. Take care of each other. Stick around, watch an ad here for a product I'm pushing. And by all means, take care of each other. Thanks. And remember, people are more important than trucking. Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Just want to talk to you a little bit about a company I'm partnering with, Mighty Products, spelled M-Y-T-E-E. You flatbed guys probably already know them. They are huge into flatbed, straps, tarps, everything, toolboxes. I mean, they sell everything for trucking. Go check them out. Links are down there in the comments and in the description of the video. Check it out. I really appreciate them reaching out and wanting to work with my channel. It helps me out tremendously if you shop through my link. I would much appreciate it. And let me know what you think about them if you do buy something from them. Thanks. Appreciate your feedback. Bye.
A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.